Hey family, how you doing? This is Dr. Gray and welcome to the Power of Positivity broadcast. Here I am coming with to you again with some more positivity, some more inspiration, encouragement, and empowerment. Yes, this is your Professor Positivity and class is in session. Today I am so glad to say that I have a guest on who's going to be talking about some wonderful things that she has going on. I'm going to be talking to Dr. Tiffany James, and I'm introduce her, then I'm gonna bring her on in. She is an author, a motivational speaker, a successful entrepreneur. She's a pharmacist by day, creator by night. She received her doctorate in pharmacy from Florida A&M, go HBCU, and continues receiving education in entrepreneurship and finances at New Wealth University under the leadership of financial mogul Dr. Lynn Richardson. She is also a current student at TextBox University, receiving education on tax reduction strategies for small businesses under the leadership of former IRS attorney and CPA Sandy Bakken. She is the founder and president of SH Evolve Inc., which is a 501c3 nonprofit organization and serves on the board of directors as a former vice chair for the Tampa Bay Black Chamber of Commerce. She's a Florida native. She has a love for hosting charitable events, improving her community, and giving to those who are less fortunate. She prides herself as the creator of Mommy's Mission, a business consultancy and networking platform for mothers. And we're definitely going to talk a lot about that. Dr. James lives in the sunny city of Tampa, along with her husband and 3 children. And with that being said, I am going to bring on my friend, Dr. James. Dr. James, how are you?
Hello.
How are you? How are you feeling today?
I'm great. How are you, Dr. Gray?
I am outstanding. It's snowing like crazy up here and it's frigid. How's it doing down there in Florida? Sunny Florida.
It's actually hot here. It's raining today, but I can't complain about the weather.
You know what? I'm hating right now. I'm just saying.
And I would like to say thank you for inviting me on. This is a great experience, and thank you for offering this platform of positivity. This is always great, for anyone.
Welcome. You are welcome, and we have some people that's saying hi as well, and saying hi to you as well. There you go.
Hi,
my friend Joanna saying hi. All righty. So we are going to begin. We're going to start. And one thing about this show, we cover a lot of bases. We cover inspiration. We cover positivity. We also cover the things that people are doing that are outstanding, that add value to other people, because that's what it's about. And how can we use our lives to add value to people? So first, let me begin by this. Who is the good doctor? Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay, so for one, I'm gonna be quite honest with you. Like, it took me years. I'm like just recently, maybe within the last year, really finding my purpose here on earth. And in finding that purpose, I've created things, I've built things, and until I really found out like what purpose was, that's when I knew what my purpose was. So my purpose is to serve others. Like you stated earlier, I started a 501c3 nonprofit organization, and it's for minority girls, and it helps with personal development, self-awareness, career development, as well as financial literacy. And I'm just so excited about that project. Also, right now, of course, I recently created a business that services women as well. So teaching is also my purpose. So serving and teaching, definitely my purpose.
Now let's talk about that for a moment, because when you tell people to find their purpose, that can mean so many things. What did that look like to you? If somebody was to say, how did you find your purpose? What does that look like? Can you talk a little bit about that?
Sure. So I would hear a lot of people say, oh, what is it that you're passionate about? What is it that you enjoy doing? And it's like, okay, I like doing a lot of stuff, but how I found out what I was passionate about is whatever I did, whatever brought me the most joy, the most happiness, the most like overwhelming feelings. So that came from when I would do charity events, when I was in creative mode, creating things, businesses, also when I'm teaching people new information. And, you know, it just came from a place of just like gratitude. Like I just enjoy doing things like that. And I was just so thankful for the opportunity that I was given to be able to do it.
You know, when people talk about positivity and purpose, it usually comes down to that thing you could do for free. Like, what could you do for free? And what is it that you can do just for free? Like say you didn't get paid for it at the moment, but it's something that you just had to do. What was it? What is that?
Oh my gosh. We could go down the list. I can tell you now the amount of time and energy that I put out into like helping people and teaching people of like new information that I've gotten recently. So for an example, through New Wealth University under the leadership of Dr. Lynn Richardson, I learned some new information about tax preparation. So I went out and I became a tax preparer. And so it is like overwhelmingly joyful to be able to teach people how to get the biggest return that they can receive, you know, ever. Outside of that, I mean, just helping and serving the community. I just really enjoy it. It just puts a passion in my heart that I can't even explain. So just helping people. I can tell you now the amount of work and effort that I put into helping people and teaching, I have not monetized that as much as I could have.
But you will. It's coming. It's coming.
It's coming. You know, it's coming.
We speak it into the universe, as John Tallarico, our coach, said. You speak it into the universe, and right. There it goes.
Right.
Okay. So, what are some of the things that you have in the works right now that you are proud of? That some things that you cannot wait to launch out into the world?
Okay, so there are two things I am so excited about. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to talk about is a book. So I am in the process of writing a book. This will be my second self-published book this year, and I'm excited because I am hopefully, well, as of now, Mr. Les Brown himself is supposed to write the foreword. So I am very excited about that. And also on Monday, February 22nd, I am launching Mommy's Mission University. And that's a virtual university for moms to come online and network and to learn how to build a business from home and so much more. So it's not only about building a business, more so like networking and connecting, but you can take courses on various things, fashion, how to create certain businesses online. I mean, it's a list of things.
So this is your second book this year?
This is my second book that I've written. I wrote my first book last year.
Okay, tell us a little about the first one.
So the first book is called Mommy's Mission: Turning Motherhood into a Business. And basically, it just goes through how to create a business, with your children. Last year, I started Mommy's Mission, as you stated earlier, the business consultancy for moms, but I also created a business for my kids. So I utilize different tools to help brand them, brand their business as well. So I'm just helping moms to create businesses for themselves as well as their kids, to put them in a great place for opportunities.
Now, this I want to stay right here for a minute. I'm gonna hit that timeout button because okay. I remember my 9-year-old, who at the time was 7 years old, and she said, "Dad, I'm gonna be a YouTuber." And initially, just me and my old school was like, "Oh my gosh, she's gonna be a YouTuber." Then I did some researchers, and I said, "Wait a minute. Do you know how much? Wait, hold up." So I said, "Go be a YouTuber. Do your thing." Right. So talk about that whole concept of getting children involved in business. Talk about that.
Okay, so this has been talked about a lot recently. Well, I've been hearing it a lot recently. So with the school systems, they don't teach entrepreneurship skills. They barely teach soft skills to get them prepared for careers. So I think during this pandemic, especially while a lot of people are home, this would be a great time to teach your children these skills now, so that when they get older, they'll have a lot of options when they get, when they're ready to graduate high school. So I'm gonna tell you now, this is like a little transparent moment, and it took me a while to get to this decision, but trust me, I know what I'm doing. So with my kids, it was like, okay, you have no other choice but to go to college. That's it. After you graduate, you're going to college. But now, because I know more about business, I know how beneficial it is. They have two options. So either you can start your own business, or either you can go to college. But either way, you're going to be successful. And I know that because I'm going to help them become successful. So
I love it. I love it because we were just, my wife and I were just in a seminar where they talked about when the promotion of college, and here I am, I'm a college professor, but it's just the truth. When you use college as the only mechanism, you close so many doors, and you cut off the avenues of entrepreneurship,
right.
which entrepreneurship is the leading vehicle for wealth building. So
Exactly.
You're saying start early. So my question is, and we have a comment here that I want to look at, and Lisa says her son gets a lucrative check from YouTube every month.
Wow. All right, Lisa, look, we need to talk because my kids have their YouTube channel up too.
Yeah. And she also teaches elementary school, and when one of their goals, her children's goal, to be a famous YouTuber. So we have to, the comments are pouring in because this is something everybody can resonate with. We have to fight the urge to discourage our children and kids and entrepreneurship. I remember when we started with kids doing lemonade stands, and then we got away from it. And all of a sudden, we just got away from that. So what you're saying is, let's get back to that.
Oh, definitely. And to add to that, I actually, in my business right now, I hired my kids as my business models. So I pay them a wage to advertise for my business. And guess what? It's a tax write-off. See? So that's why, listen, y'all need to get in tune to Mommy's Mission University. We're going to be teaching.
You just hit on a question that somebody had. Shamanique Montague. She says, can you share more about opening a business for your kids and some of the financial and tax benefits?
Okay, so let me first get, like I stated earlier, but I definitely want to give a shout out to Dr. Lam Richardson and New Wealth University, because a lot of the information that I was not previously, that I didn't previously know about, I was taught there. So now that I'm a tax preparer, I read the tax codes, so I'm good. Okay, so I started a business for my children. And it just depends on how you want to operate or how you want to pay them. So I opened up a checkings account because I am more into the long-term saving versus them having access. I opened a savings account for them because I'm more into the long-term saving versus them being able to have access or being able to withdraw whenever I want to. So I opened up a savings account. They make videos on YouTube, and when they advertise and make videos for my business, I pay them. I use Square. I use Square to pay them only because when I give them a 1099, it has to be reported to the IRS. I don't want to have to do all that paperwork, so I just let Square do it. So it'll go right into their savings account, and I just write it off on my taxes.
I love it. This is Power Positivity, and we're talking about children and entrepreneurship, and that is some of the most positive stuff we could be talking about right now. So if you have questions, thank you for that question, Shamanique. If you have questions for Dr. James, please put those in the comments and we'll get to you. But also hit that share button and say, listen, you might want to jump on this. You got children, even if you don't have children. I know you got nieces and nephews and cousins. you hit that share button and say, come on into this conversation. And I want to show you this, Dr. James, because my friend Lisa says her son started with 20 Instagram follows at 13.
Wow.
Now here he is.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. How long has he been in business?
So Lisa, you got how long has he been doing that, Lisa? So you gotta tell us about that. So that's his business. Sneakerheads.
Wow.
And now he's a young man, and now he's a social media influencer.
Wow.
Social media influencer.
That's insane.
Gotta
That's
love it.
crazy.
So what was the inspiration behind you saying, was it your own experience in your own house with your kids that said, okay, I'm gonna start this Mommy's Mission? Okay, well, we got an answer here. He's been 9 years.
Okay, wow.
He's 22 years old now. I mean, like, really, he's making some coin, and he better be taking care of mom too. Lisa, he better be taking care of mom.
I
You're
know,
gonna get
right?
all the new car, all that stuff. You're gonna get all that stuff you want. You better be taking care of mom.
Okay. That's awesome.
All right. And yes, Yolanda, this is some great information. So back to my question, Dr. James, what was your inspiration for starting this?
Okay, so during the pandemic, of course, I wanted to, well, first off, let me back this up. So the beginning of last year, I did a fast. I went on a fast and I asked God, I was like, listen, God, I want to create a business. I want you to get the glory at the end of the day. But I want to be able to help people and help as many people as I can by doing so. And so, you know, I started a couple businesses before Mommy's Mission, but Mommy's Mission really hit home, especially when I saw the amount of mothers that were being affected by the pandemic. So in September of 2020, I think like 865,000 women had to either quit their job or, you know, just leave or got laid off. 1/4 of those women were actually mothers who quit because there was no daycare, there was nowhere for their kids to go. So guess what? Now there's a decreased amount of wages within the household. Healthcare is probably gone if they're a single parent. A lot of the benefits that you get as an employee, I'm sure the mother didn't have anymore. So guess what? What better way to make more money than to come up with a business while you're at home with your children? So I'm like, that is the perfect idea. So that's when Mommy's Mission really came about.
And the thing about what you just said was I was doing some reading and I found out that women represented the largest number of people who lost their employment during this pandemic.
Yes, sir. You're right about that.
It was women that took the hit. And typical society, good old USA, right? I mean, that's just been the historical norm. So what you're saying is out of this crisis, there comes opportunity.
Yes. So this is, and I will say to everyone, like during this pandemic, this is the perfect time to build or create a business. If you look at all of like the historians, like the people who created businesses and became like very wealthy or successful, a lot of their stories entail that they started it during like a recession. And after that recession, it just like took off and blew up. So that was a lot of inspiration because, you know, while you're going through, especially like during this pandemic, a lot of people can't see a way out and they just kind of stop and deal with whatever situation they're in and they deal with it in fear and they don't progress forward. So like I said, if you have any aspirations of building a business or creating a business, this is the perfect time to do so.
So for those people who are logging on, how do they get in contact with you? Like, give me a website that I can put on the screen just to kind of let people know how to reach you. Okay,
so first I'll give you my Mommy's Mission website. So it's www.mommysmission, and it's MOMMYS mission MISSION.com.
Okay,
And there they can contact me, or either they can contact me via email, and that's info@drtiffanyjames.com.
Okay. So I definitely want to put that on the stage so everybody can see it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let me go back up here. Let me update that, put it on the crawler. And it's coming up as we speak. There we go.
Thank you. Thank you.
All righty. So if you have some advice that you would give somebody who experienced a difficulty during the pandemic and they came to you and they said, I was just let go. I was just let go. I got 3 kids. I was just let go. What would that conversation sound like?
So let go meaning they just quit their job, or they got laid off?
Or they were let go from their job during the pandemic.
Okay, start a business. I'll pray for them. I'll give them as much encouragement as they need in that time. But the first advice that I would give them is starting a business. And what a lot of people don't know is there are different structures of business entities. And most business entities, before they're registered, they start off as a sole proprietorship. And a lot of people are like, I don't want to start a sole proprietorship. It's a lot of liability. But guess what? If you have a low risk business, then you don't have to worry about the liability part. So that's just a great way to test your ideas. If you have any ideas for business, any creative ways you want to do certain things, I would start off as a sole proprietorship. You don't, it doesn't require registration at all. As long as you're doing business activities, then you're in business. And according to the SBA website, they tell you as a sole proprietor, you may be in business and you don't even know you're in business.
Oh,
so
wow.
That would be the
break that
first
down a little bit. Break that down. What does that mean exactly? Break that down for us.
So as long as you're doing business activities. So for an example, if you bake cakes and you sell cakes to people, that is a business. You may not call it a business, but you're in business because you're producing a product and you're selling it for a profit. And as long as those business activities are occurring, you're in business as a sole proprietorship. It's just not registered. And that's a great way to incorporate on your tax return, because then you'll be able to leverage off the return that you get.
Wow. Okay, we get some good stuff here. Let me ask you, in terms of business right now, do you happen to know what's trending in terms of what's in terms of people getting into a certain aspect of business and entrepreneurship? What's trending right now?
Oh, I see a lot of podcasts. A lot of people starting podcasts. I see a lot of coaching programs, a lot of mentoring programs. I actually went on one website that offers online courses, and I looked at the various partners that they had. So you have like Harvard University that's offering free online courses, Berkeley, like these what do you call them, Division Ones and Ivy League schools that are utilizing a certain platform to offer classes. And a lot of those classes that I see are like leadership classes, classes dealing with technology. And I would say technology is a great field to go into, or at least start off with now, because in the future, I would probably bet on the next 5 to 10 years, everything is going to be technology based. So
isn't that what Les Brown said? From brick and mortar to click and order?
Oh yeah, you're right.
That's what he said.
Yeah, you're right. It's happening now.
We have a question for you. Yes. So a sole proprietorship, is it better than creating an LLC?
Okay, so it all depends on what business you're trying to go into. I mean, I could talk on this for hours and hours and hours and days. So if you have a low risk business, like I said, if you're selling cakes or if you're baking cookies, or like my children, they started a YouTube channel, and that's under a sole proprietorship because it's a very low risk. It has a lot of benefits. I would say if a person is still employed, a W-2 employee, a sole proprietorship would be a great option tax-wise. And because the IRS see a sole proprietorship and the individual as one entity. You're not separate from your business. So all you do is fill out a Schedule C. Whatever is on the bottom of that Schedule C, you'll transfer it to your 1040, which is your regular tax return, and you'll get a lot of benefits. I'm going to be a little transparent. This is my first year claiming my sole proprietorship business on my taxes, and I'll say I'm getting well over $20,000 back in taxes as a sole proprietor.
Okay, we need to be talking. I'm just saying.
So for an LLC, a LLC is a little bit different. It also depends on how you structure the LLC. There is something that's called a single member LLC, but you have to look into your state to see if they look at that or you're able to register your business as a single member LLC, because most states don't allow it. But there is something called a single member LLC. You can also file your taxes as like a sole proprietor would with that single member LLC. And the LLC just kind of put that limited liability to separate your personal assets from your business, just in case your business was to get sued. Those are more for like moderate to high business, like high risk businesses, sorry.
Okay. So Dr. Angie says, wow, 20K? Yes, 20K.
Look, yes. A little more than that. I'll talk to y'all about the exact amount after
the Gray household is listening. The Gray household is listening. I'm gonna have you on one of my summits just talking about straight money. So
listen, I'm ready.
So let's and Shamini says thank you.
You're welcome.
So here's what I want to ask about your mission, Mommy's Mission. Walk me through me going on that website. What do I find? What's the virtual experience?
Okay, so first, Mommy's Mission is just like the consultancy page. So that's going to be like website building services that I offer. I do like consultation. We talk about various things just to kind of build your business. So like we'll come up with a business plan for you, things of that sort. But the thing that I'm most proud about, I haven't put it on Mommy's Mission website just yet. I want to put it on maybe the night of the 21st because I don't want people to access Mommy's Mission University website and everything is not on board. Okay, so when I upload Mommy's Mission University link to that website, that's where you want to go to get all of your information. I'm going to be I've done courses on taxes. I've done courses on business formation as far as the business plan, putting together a business plan. I go down the list of how the business structures are different from each other, how the taxes would look, how you would file taxes differently. I mean, you name it. Incorporating your children into your business, starting a business for your children. I mean, the whole nine. And also Mommy's Mission University, we're going to launch in phases. So this first phase is going to be business oriented only. Next month, we're going to start with Mommy's Fashion and then so on and so forth. So it's going to be a lot of different things that we cover at Mommy's Mission University.
So you're just kind of creating those different streams of income out of one singular idea.
Yes, sir.
So let me ask this question. What's a good frame of reference for the amount of streams of income that somebody should be having at this point? Because I've heard different kind of numbers, but in terms of the different ways of bringing revenue in, how many different streams of income should you have?
Listen, more than one. That's what I'm
more than that's right.
You take on as much as you can handle. Right now, I have 2 sole proprietorship businesses. I just incorporated Mommy's Mission University as well, Mommy's Mission as an LLC because I'm starting Mommy's Mission University. I have a single member LLC. my kids have a business, my husband has a business. Like, just as long as you can manage all of those things, I say, why not? Why not have as many as you want to? But of course, a lot of my businesses are manageable and they're low risk. So I'm not going out, trying to do all this and all that. Just one. I'm focused on Mommy's Mission the most, but of course, my other services are bringing in income as well.
Yashika says her goal is 6.
I know that's right, Sheikah.
She has 4.
Uh-huh. That's
Okay.
awesome.
So listen to what we're doing. We're actually, one of my frustrations with social media, and I understand the human dynamic because there's a psychology behind it. But at some point, when I listen to Sirius XM, and I listen to the stock and tax tips, and there was somebody that said the fly that was in Mike Pence's hair during the debate got 1 million Instagram follows.
Wow.
But he's trying to get people on board to better themselves, and the traffic doesn't come. And I think I'm really enjoying this. And one of the reasons why I go for the positivity aspect is that we have to really do better at educating ourselves, putting ourselves in position of power, putting ourselves in position of prosperity, putting ourselves in a position where we can let our talents be nourished and we can flourish. Right. That's why this is important, because I don't hear a lot of conversations about taxes and sole proprietorships and empowering women to be entrepreneurs and empowering children to be their own business. We are our business. We are the business.
Uh-huh. You are right. And I totally agree with that. The information is out there, but I'll tell you this, and this is just my own opinion. There are a lot of people out here who they're different from me. My heart is in it for to help people. Of course, when Mommy's Mission come out, I'm going to monetize it, but outside of that, my heart is in it to help people. So it's I'm going to pour my heart into it. I'm not just going to, rub the surface of it and then, hey, you have to pay me an extra $1,500 to dig deeper into it. If there's information that I can give you, I'm going to give it to you, because I am just a firm believer that if you help people and you have pure intentions, the money is going to come. So I am just out to basically inform people and to help people. To be honest with you, just the information that I give people,
mm-hmm.
the money is starting to come in just because I'm offering the information. It's hey, I got 10 people who came to me. Are you doing taxes this year? Are you doing taxes? And I'm like, okay, hold on. Let's back this up. But I mean, I have more and more clientele, even people on in corporate America, on scales that you wouldn't even believe. But it's coming. It's coming.
And I agree with you 100%. Because I have an online coaching course called Champions Academy. Uh-huh. And there were a couple of people who were interested, and everybody's situation is different. And they said, no, it was 2 of them. They said, well, at the time we don't have it. I said, okay. I said, guess what? 50% cut. I just want you in it, because that other stuff will come as a result of you doing this work.
Right.
So exactly. I said, check your email. They said, what did you just send? I said, I sent the link for 50% off on discount for both of you guys, because I want you to put yourself in position. And Yashika's right. We have to stop letting money scare us. Say it again. say it louder for the people in the back. We do have to stop. We have to invest in ourselves. And I think that's what you're saying, Dr. James, is that we have to, during this time of stillness and crisis, there is a golden opportunity. Right. And if we invest in ourselves, we'll find the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
Right. You're right. Now that's one thing that I kind of have to work on, Dr. Gray, because I was just listen, I'll be giving out information, stuff that I feel I can monetize, and I just give it out. But, everybody's walk is different. everybody walk is different. And how I've learned in my walk, and this, like I said, this is just my own experience. When I lead people to the information, they're going to start investing in me. So I'll give some free information for you, and then they'll start asking about my services. And then guess what? They'll go tell their friends. They'll
And
go
so
tell their
on,
family
and so
members,
on, and so
and
on.
so on and so forth. So I mean,
You got
it's amazing.
you got a email address where people can reach you? I'm getting some requests for some people to they may have some questions.
Sure, it's info@drtiffanyjames.com.
There you go. All right. info@drtiffanyjames.com. So if anybody has any tax questions, any entrepreneur questions, any questions about how to get their children into the business realm, there's the information on the screen. You know, information is power. Information is power. And I'll give you a perfect example of that. My wife and I, we do a lot of online business. And we went to a business website as a resource. And we looked at the price and we were about to pay it. And my wife said, wait a minute, I think there's a coupon for that. So we got in contact with the people. They said, no, we don't have that coupon for that, but we do have this. The coupon that we end up getting was a 50% off coupon.
Wow.
We were trying to use a 30% off coupon.
Oh, cool. All right, Dr. Angie Gray.
Is because there you go. It's because you don't ask. If we didn't ask, we'd have paid. We got literally a 2-for-1 deal because we bothered to ask. So people, I say that to say it's only an email and a click of a button, info@drtiffanyjames.com. You know, if people have expertise at a certain place and that's their wheelhouse, that's where you go.
Exactly.
That's where you go. So the information is there. And guess what? I am sure that there's going to be some emails coming to you because listen, this is interesting because we all have kids or we know people who got kids.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we listen, moms, we need to know that we can monetize our momminess.
How you doing?
and I'm a dad. That's not my thing. I'm staying in my lane. So I'm gonna let you and Dr. Angie, y'all do your thing on that realm. But this is some interesting stuff.
Listen, if you have a child and you're spending buku money, if you're spending money on clothes, if you're spending money on shoes, if you're buying groceries for them to eat, guess what? They need to have a business or you need to have a business. And I'll talk to y'all about that later.
Yes.
So y'all can get y'all money back.
That's right. Shamanique says she has to go, but she can't wait to get home and listen to the rest. And Shamanique, that email is down there. Make sure you reach out personally if you got any questions. Well, no Shamanique like I do because she's my other daughter in West Philly. She's actually a member of my church, but she's our other daughter. That's my daughter. So she will be reaching out to you because she is a go-getter. She's she's one of them hungry people that Les Brown talk about. Absolutely. Because this ain't for everybody.
No,
this ain't for everybody. And that's what I want you to talk to next. Because sometimes it's frustrating when you feel something and everybody look at you like you're the crazy one. and you feel like the weirdo.
Exactly.
So talk about that whole feeling of this ain't for everybody. Everybody ain't made for this.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, it's great information, but it's going to take work. Okay, if you're not willing to put in the work to do it, then you won't get too far. Like even with my children, I had to go set up their checkings account. I'm at their savings account. I had to set up Square for them to get paid, but also you have to keep track of those expenses. And although there are apps out there that you can use to keep track of those expenses, one of them I use that's really good because it was actually made by a former tax agent. And it's Sandy Watkins, the one that you mentioned within my bio. I'm a part of TechSpot University, but him along with another one of his partners created TechSpot app. That's the perfect app to keep track of all of your expenses that way, and it also come up with the P&L for you, P&L statement for your business as well. So when you're ready to file your taxes,
stuff. I mean, P&L, come on, talk to us. You doing that tax talk? You better stop.
So that's kind of like business. So it's a profit and loss statement. So basically, what's your income versus how much you spend out. So it'll keep track of all of your income, all of your expenses. All you have to do at the end of the year, after you categorize those expenses, print that report off, send it to your tax preparer or give it to your tax preparer, and that's all they need to file your taxes. You're good.
Absolutely. We're getting a lot of comments around that question that everybody's not built for this. You know, I read somebody put on Facebook, you know, when God called you, it wasn't a conference call. You know, he told you. He told you that wasn't a conference call. And that's what Angie said. God whispered it to your spirit, not theirs.
I know that's right. Well, listen, that's why you have massive help out here. You can't be afraid to, like you said before, you can't be afraid to invest. You have to invest in yourself in order to grow. And I've learned that, oh my gosh, since last year, like I put out so much money to learn a lot of things that I know now. But when I tell you it's worth it, it's worth it. Because now I can teach. I can teach what I've learned. I can show people the ropes and monetize from it. So everything I spent out is going to come back to me plus some. So you can't be afraid.
Yeah, I'm going to quote my boy, Reverend Casey Corbin. If you read something by a PhD, you now have PhD knowledge.
Hey, so exactly.
You got to get the information out there. Now, what's the name of that app again?
TaxBot. It's TaxBot. And if y'all want to bless a sister, listen, I can send y'all my link, my referral link, so I can get a little something off of it. But no, it's TaxBot. It's TaxBot. Yes.
Put it right there on the screen. There you go. All righty. Put it up there. All right. So, Dr. James, this has been awesome. This has been an awesome dynamic conversation. I'm so glad we connected. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask you, because I normally ask my guests to do this. I'm going to ask you to give a little encouragement, inspiration to the people. I'm going to put you on solo. The mic is yours, and I'm just giving you a 2-minute inspiration. I'm gonna fire you up speech as it pertains to Dr. Tiffany James. So let me go ahead. I'm gonna remove this from the hide that. I'm gonna hide that, and the floor is yours. You got it.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much for this opportunity. For me to be here and share my knowledge. I am so excited that Dr. Gray invited me on. One thing that I would like to share with everyone, if you have a vision, if you have any business, if you have anything that you're trying to create, anything that you're trying to do, never, ever, ever give up. It doesn't matter how it may look at the time. It may look like it's not progressing, but I promise you, if you put the work into it, it will start to manifest and work out in your favor. Now, I'm gonna let you know, it's not going to be easy. And a lot of times when it's presented to you or how you think it may go, it's not going to go in the way that you're going that you plan it to go. It always comes out better, and a lot of times it comes out way different than how you envisioned it, but it comes out great. So anything that you have that you're working on, anything that you're doing, keep going strong, keep going forward, and be successful. And that's basically never give up. Never, never, never give up. I'll tell you, I've been rejected a couple times, but guess what? I am proud that those rejections happen, because the things that I am things that are coming across my path and the opportunities that are presenting to me are way better than I had planned. So I encourage you just to keep going strong, continue on. The name of my book is Mommy's Mission. Mommy's Mission, I'm sorry, turning motherhood into a business. It's on Amazon, or if you go to mommysmission.com, there's a link to purchase the book. Also, my next book should be coming out by June the 1st of this year. I'm so excited about that one. And that book is entitled The Power in Minding Your Business. So y'all look out for that. Thank you, Dr. Gray. I really appreciate this opportunity.
That was awesome. The Power of Minding Your Business. I love it. I love it. I can see where it's going already. I love it. That's awesome. That is awesome.
Yes,
thank
sir.
you so much, Dr. James. It's been a pleasure. And I want to thank you for the time that you spent, the time that the value that you gave those who are listening, because you never know. You have, matter of fact, Yashika said, can you please send her the link? She wants the link to the link that you discussed for your.
Is it for the book or the?
Yashika, which one was it? I know I saw it on here. You said, send me the link. We love referrals.
Oh, TaxSpot. Okay.
TaxSpot. Yep, the TaxSpot one. There you go. Awesome.
Great.
Hey, so this has been great, and you know what? I think we probably going to look at doing a round 2 of this. We really do, right. and something where we because I know my wife, I was there setting up for her, but my wife and Liz Nolly Tillman, they did a small business boot camp, and that is something that it was live. As a matter of fact, Les Brown did a virtual he did a virtual welcome to the group, and did John Tellerico. But I know there's been some discussion with her about doing this virtual small business boot camp. So I would love to see the content that you have, immersed with that dynamic of the small business boot camp, and specifically for women as well. Small business boot camp for women. It was awesome. So I believe that would be dynamic. And I know my wife is listening. I'm giving her more work, but it's all good. She'll be all right. She still loves me. She better.
Oh, listen, Dr. Angie Gray, listen, I am available to you, honey. If you need help, just throw some of that workload over here. I'll help you get it together.
I'm the one that's gonna need the help because I'm the one that's in trouble. I'm giving her more work in cyberspace. Everybody hearing it, so now she's gonna have to do it. So I'm in trouble.
Listen, I'm gonna just pray for you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
God bless you and all your endeavors. I'm looking forward to the launch of Mommy's Mission. I'm looking forward to getting that report of the success, because I know it's going to touch many lives. It's going to be transformative, and your passion resonates through this virtual space. Your energy is it comes through the screen. So this is what you were put here to do, and that's evident.
Yes, sir. And I believe it wholeheartedly.
Amen. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Y'all have a good night.
All right. This has been Power Positivity with my guest, Dr. Tiffany James, and that was some good stuff. That was some good stuff, y'all. I am so glad that I had her on, and she gave us so much valuable information. I pray that you reach out to her and let your passion start to take root. What I want to do right now is I would like to talk about tomorrow. Power Talk 2021 Virtual Summit, igniting your passion for your purpose. Reverend Gary P. Melton Sr., we got Dr. Angie Gray, we got Tion Coach Singletary, we got Yashika B. the Motivator, we got John Ogulu, and we got Pele Hunkin, and they will be bringing the heat. This is a free summit. It will be on Facebook Live under John E. Gray and on YouTube Live under Power of Positivity. So definitely looking forward to that. And I've done this live. Now I'm in this virtual space, and we're looking at doing this every 2 to 3 months. This is the first one for 2021. This is going to be powerful. We're going to be talking about pushing past your comfort zone, living by design and not by default. We're going to be talking about maximizing each moment. Talking about pursuing your passion, and looking about embracing the goodness in you, the attitude of of gratitude and locking on to your greatness. And there's going to be surprise giveaways during the summit. My wife has kindly donated one of her books, One Good Sip at a Time, seven principles for spiritual growth. So she's actually donated an autographed copy of one of her books for a giveaway. Yes. And I got one of mine coming as well, but I also got another special giveaway during the summit, and I'm looking forward to that as well. So I'm going to log off, and I'm just thankful that we had the visits that we had. This information was awesome. It was excellent. Power Talk 2021 is in the house, 2 p.m. tomorrow. Once again, it's on. Once again, it's on. Lock it in. Tell somebody. Let them know that this inspiration is going forward. This information is going forward. Shamini said, I was supposed to leave 20 minutes ago, but I couldn't stop listening. That was some good stuff. That was definitely some good stuff. So, my good people, I would love to see you. And Angie, you better stop playing with me. You definitely speaking tomorrow, so you better stop playing with me, young girl. Love you, but you're gonna stop playing with me. You are on the docket. I believe you're number 3 or 4. Stop playing. All right, listen, love you guys. This has been the Power of Positivity with your boy, the Professor of Positivity, Dr. John Gray. And for now, class is dismissed until tomorrow at 2 p.m. Take care, everybody. Have an awesome, powerful day. Take care. And be careful and be safe out there. And my prayers are going up for Texas. Texas and everybody who's infected, affected, and impacted by this weather. My prayers to you. Stay safe, family. Take care.